it's Nathan here with another honest review. Today we're going to be reviewing quite possibly one of the most over-the-top computer mice on the market today. It's the Logitech MX Master 3, which is available for £99 and available in 3 different colour variants. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so taking a closer look, this is a very, very expensive computer mouse, and you're probably wondering, why should I spend £99 on what essentially I use to just move around the cursor and do a few basic tasks? So the MX Master 3 prides itself on the amount that you can customize it. So we have a number of different customizable buttons located at various different points across the mouse, whether it's at the top or at the side, each one using the Logitech Options application for Windows or Mac. You can customize to do various different things. So for instance, I could press this button here and it might launch a particular application or a particular function within my Windows or Mac environment. Me personally, this is a pretty cool feature. I use it a lot for my different workflows. So for instance, there might be particular applications that I load up and I might customize one of these buttons on the side. So looking a bit more around what some of these buttons do by default, and there's a couple that really stand out for me and I think would be really useful for you. At the side here we have two buttons, and by default if you use a web browser such as Chrome, this actually moves the web page forwards and backwards. Again, that's a really simple thing, and you're probably thinking £99 just to move a web page backwards and forwards. But when you're cupping the mouse like this, and you can very easily with one thumb move the buttons like so, it's really useful. Again, super over the top for what the mouse actually does, but for me, it's a really great feature. Looking at another feature that really stood out to me with this mouse is horizontal scrolling. Dun dun dun. So if you use spreadsheets a lot like me, you will know the pain of having to scroll left and right across a load of different columns. The horizontal scrolling, amazing. It's probably worth it alone just for this, but I am aware that this is available in some slightly lower end mice, but you're still talking top dollar for computer mice that are able to do this functionality, believe it or not. So let's have a little bit more look around the mouse. So another great feature to this mouse is you have the option to automatically pair it with 3 different devices. So what this means is that with a click of a button, you can switch the device that the mouse has been set to. So for instance, I might have number 1 set to my Windows machine, and I have my number 2 set to my Mac, and perhaps even number 3 set to something like my iPad. Now, just with the click of this button, it will automatically pair over Bluetooth to these individual devices. The other one is what Logitech have incorporated here, is that the mouse will work on a variety of surfaces, including glass. And this, again, you can't get with many other mice. And I know from experience that using a clear glass top, a computer mouse will not work, and you'll have to use something like this as a mouse pad. But this mouse will work on any surface. The other feature here is USB-C charging. Now, for comparison, I previously used an Apple mouse, which had the charging located at the base, which was very, very impractical and meant I basically couldn't use the mouse whilst it was charging. With this one, I can easily use the mouse whilst it's charging. And on another point about the charge, this mouse can hold the charge like nothing I've seen. I think I, on average, have to charge it about once every 2 or 3 months, having used it for about 8 to 9 hours every day of the week. So looking a bit more around, so a lot of people online have referenced the scrolling functionality. Now, I appreciate this is quite difficult to see on the video, but by default, the scroll, the best way to describe it is like on a mechanical wheel where each scroll, like a traditional mouse, makes a slight click. However, if you want to increase this, so for instance, if you're scrolling through a long document, if you then scroll very fast, it goes into what's called like a pivot mode. So if you can imagine that instead of going around on a little dotted circle, is probably the best way I can explain it, it actually goes more into that free cycle, which enables a faster scrolling. But again, Logitech, again, have really thought of everything here. And with a click of this button, in fact, it goes to that free scrolling mode when the mouse is switched on, which means you can go to that non-pivoted scrolling. The easiest way to explain it is like On a free ball, it can easily move. For me, I don't massively like the sensation for some reason. Some people do, but again, this is all part of what you can customize with this mouse. And I mentioned at the start as well, this is available in a few color varieties. And I think this is important to highlight because on the market today, you will see what they brand as the MX Master 3 for Mac. This will work with Windows and Mac, as will that version, absolutely fine. There is nothing on this mouse that is designed for Windows or designed for Mac. And if there is anything on here that you don't like, you can customize it super easily. One more point to highlight is the design of the mouse. So I previously used an Apple Mac mouse, which was not ergonomic, a really weird design, very flat. I previously, before that, used a very small portable mouse, which was great for carrying around, but not great for long-term use. So Logitech have designed this so it fits very nicely for a right-handed person. Now, I would really love to hear an opinion of a left-handed person with this, because obviously this dent here on the side is meant for a thumb, and a left-handed person, it's unfortunately not their thumb. So for me, what I find actually is that when I'm holding it and I'm working, my hand sits naturally over it, and this is meant to reduce fatigue in the arm. Not something I had before, but whilst using this mouse, again, I've never had that problem, and generally it feels comfortable all day long, and it honestly fits like a glove, fits my hand very well. I feel very comfortable using it as well. So the bottom line, would I recommend buying this? Probably not, unless you're looking to treat yourself or you really don't like the current mouse you're with. Don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic mouse. I love it. I would just have a hard time trying to get someone to justify spending £100, well, £99 on a mouse. Hey, it's something you use every day. I get it. You can customize a lot of it, probably more than you can ever imagine. It just seems like an extravagant purchase at that price point. However, there are often deals to be had on this mouse. I got mine as part of an Amazon deal quite a few months ago, and I got it for around £70, so I would keep an eye out there. So thanks so much for watching another honest review. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much. See you later.